Hey, how you doing? Hope everyone is well. And welcome to Father's Day Monday. This is going to be a salute, a shout out to all our fathers. And what it means to be a father. I've come to learn that being a father is more than I ever thought it could be. You know, when me and my wife had our first child, it changed something in me. And, you know, as we had our second child, and she already had two children already, you know, as we had our second child, you know, it continued to do something, you know, within me. As fathers, day in and day out, we do this job without thinking half the time. Go to work. We pull doubles, we pull triples. We're constantly moving and grooving, trying to make ways, making sure the family eat, make sure the family got place stay, make sure the lights are on, make sure the AC working, making sure the pantries and everything are stacked. You know what I mean? It's a continuous job. And when hard decisions, you know, have to be made about our families, we as fathers, we try and make the best decision possible, you know. Now, sometimes as fathers, we are burning both ends of the candlestick. And, you know, that's to ensure our families want for nothing. And I know that's what I did, you know, as a father early on. I worked so my children wouldn't have to struggle, so my wife wouldn't have to struggle, even though we both shared, you know, the responsibility of, you know, keeping money coming in the house. You know, I worked to make sure that she didn't have to struggle, you know, make sure that my children didn't have to struggle. The pantry and the fridge was always full. Lights were on. They had beds to sleep in. They had good, clean clothes. They may not have brand name clothes all the time, but they had good, clean clothes. You know what I mean? Now, being a father, I've learned that there isn't a reward or a constant pat on the back. It is something that you know to do, and you just do it. You follow through. You do it. You know, something needs to happen. You make it happen. I was reading an article somewhere in a magazine, and it asked the question, you know, would I ever not want to be a father? And I thought about that thing. And, you know, I thought to myself, absolutely not. There's nothing that would want me to change or replace or not have been a father at all. There's nothing that I would want to change in my experiences as a father. Nothing. Everything was a point of growth. Now, because as fathers, when your wins outweigh your losses, when your wife and children begin to see the man who you've become, when all of your struggles as a father turn into lessons learned, when your children begin to graduate and become successful in their own right. Those are the reasons that we do this. Those are the reasons, you know, that we work diligently as fathers. And being a father is one of the best things that that could have ever happened to me. All right. I didn't know it was gonna, you know, change my life in such a manner, but it has. 4 times over has changed my life. So to all my fathers, I wish continuous love, success, and growth. And I wish you the best Father's Day. And I wish you continuous joy and happiness. Many blessings to everybody. Everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.